everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is Bookish Artist Mandy, and I'm so happy to be here today. I tell you what, I started this concept of the one Saturday morning as just a way to still connect with my audience, and I know it's become a fan favorite, but can I just tell you, it is so refreshing to just sit down and share this stuff every week. I didn't realize how much it meant to me until yesterday, which was Saturday. Hi, it's Sunday morning, and I am filming one Saturday morning on Sunday. But when I sat down and I didn't have a chance to share all this really cool stuff from my week with you all, and I was sharing one of the things that I wanted to share with you to my husband, and he just did not care. So it's really hard to go through the week, especially on a holiday week where my children were home 3 out of the 5 weekdays, and I was the one that had the time off, so my husband was still working. So it was just hard because I couldn't film a lot while they were home, and then we had Thanksgiving, and in my house, we live in the same city as both sets of parents. My mom now. It was our first holiday without my dad, but my husband's parents both live here too, and so we have to split holidays and do that kind of thing. And so we have 2 Thanksgivings. And so yesterday was with my husband's parents, and then Thursday was with my family. And by the end of that, it's just a lot. So bear with me. I am here, and I have a lot to share just because I went through the week, and even though I couldn't film, I was still doing things and cleaning my house still and just preparing for what is Christmas season, what I call Christmas season. And I say it starts November 1st, but really it starts the 1st of December, and we haven't even gotten our tree up yet, just all the fun things. So I have today my coffee. Go ahead and grab your coffee and sit on down. My coffee today, I'm so excited to find it. I have the Chobani cookie butter creamer, just about a tablespoon, and then half a cup of steamed milk, and it's the Fairlife milk that has extra protein, and a little bit of coffee, because I cannot have too much caffeine. But this is so joyful. And then it's got the foam on the top because of the steamed milk, because I have a milk steamer. Yeah, it makes me really happy. Let's get into talking stationery and all the things I've been doing this week. I'm so excited. Just so much going on. But the first thing I want to talk about is pens. Check out these pens. Let's be real, okay? Because my pens just explode. Okay. They always explode. But here is what I've got going on. So I have, this one has I just put a new ink in it. It did have what was it? It was the Kakamori favorite toy, and I actually used that all the way. And so now this has the Tono and Limbs Fixation, which is their pigment ink, and this one is Snow. And so this one's really light, but I'll move those by and just show you. So this is my pigment ink for the month of December, but I just was so excited to find one that said it was Snow. And this is very light, but what I am finding with the Tono and Limbs Fixation is that it is really wet, but also it doesn't look like pigment ink to me. Sometimes pigment ink has this weird look and texture. This doesn't have that. And so you can't really see that well. But what I'm excited about this isn't the one that I'm going to be using mainly. But this one I'm excited because what I love is that I'll be able to sketch down some really light lines with it. And then I can go over it with another fountain pen, some markers, and these lines won't move. So, if it's going to be kind of like you've got your pencil sketch. So that's why I'm excited about this one. Otherwise, I don't think I would want to use this one for writing, but the lines are so faint that once you have the other colors over it, it's going to look so cool, like a sketch. and I love that look. I've always loved the look of having a sketch that's refined with more and more layers, but also I can color with this and have a layer that's not going to move, which is really nice. And it is very water resistant, waterproof. I am enjoying it. I want to get a couple more colors. I have one other color and oh, here it is. I have one other color, and this is going to be like my main pigment color besides like my diatomentus sepia or sepia. I never know how to say that, but this one is Tono and Limbs Fixation Holly. Now this one is also light, but I think it's just this pen. This nib I need to do a little bit of work on, but those are the two that I'm going with. But that is really pretty. It reminds me a lot of Rower and Klingner's Emma, which is their sketch ink Emma, and it's one of my favorites in their sketch ink line. The only thing with sketch ink is it's just so finicky, but I do like Rower and Klingner's sketch ink. But yeah, so those are the two I got. Those are the only bottles of fixation ink I got, but I got it from Little Craft Place based on MaikeOatley's suggestion, because she was talking about how she really likes the Tono and Limbs, but they don't make black. But she doesn't like Diamine Forever inks. I found that really interesting. She said they look soapy to her. I really want to understand what that means, because I'm trying to understand. I have been a long-time lover, not long time. When they came out, I was in love with the Diamine Forever because I find that they dry really fast compared to some, so I can instantly, highlight and all of that stuff. But I can see where she's coming from, because I have had a lot of issues with Raven. Raven has clogged for me multiple times, so I have not been using the Raven Black. I also have found that the two yellows or anything with yellow base in it stains worse than I've had any other pigment ink stain. So I won't say that Diamine Forever is perfect, but I do like Diamine Forever, especially Smoky Mauve. I think that one is very well behaved, and I love the color. But otherwise, I can see where the pigment looks kind of funny compared to other pigments. That makes sense. But yeah, I have a plan eventually when I get to it. I have a big long list of videos that I want to get to. It's just trying to get to them is often difficult, but I do want to get back to pigment inks. So that is the pigments that I have. And I'm not going to do a full currently inked because I'm still working it out. And let me show you why I'm still working it out. Oh, this is my other pigment ink. So this is my Diatomentus sepia. It's a document sepia. I love their sepia brown. And yeah, I just filled this again. So I've been refilling this with the sepia because it's such a pretty warm brown, where I find a lot of browns just aren't my favorite, but this is absolutely just scrumptious. I don't really love Diatomentus's document brown. I like the Diatomentus document sepia. I don't know why. I just do. That's the one I like. I love it. My bottle's already, like, I've had my bottle. I don't know how long I've had it, but it's half empty. So that will give you an idea, since I have so many inks. But those are so this is for sure going into the month of December, but I don't usually do my pigment inks in my lineup for my currently inked, because I kind of just coordinate them, but I like to talk about them because I think it's important to talk about document or waterproof inks, just because there's so many out there now. It's really fun to figure out what works and what doesn't. But why I can't show my currently inked is this. I am still trying to figure out how to narrow these pens down. This is a newer roll that I got from Van Ness. It's the Rickshaw 6 roll. I love this, and I would love to get a 12. They didn't have them at Van Ness, but I would love to get a 12 roll and I'm putting it on my Christmas list, because then I just have to, that's all I have is my hope, is just to have that roll. But these are all the pens right now, which I'm actually really proud of myself, because this is actually less pens than in the past. These are all my pens that are currently inked. So yeah, there's a lot. But for me, this is, for some people, this might be a lot. For me, this is actually less than I normally have inked. And I have been struggling to narrow them down. And I guess you don't have to, but I really found this last month, narrowing it down, I was actually able to use my pens to almost completion. So this one actually is one that is from November, and this is Tono and Limbs Thinking of Lotus. And I don't have much left in here. And I have found, I don't know if you would agree, but I have found that the pilot cartridges, this, like when you refill a cartridge, they must have so much capacity, because they take forever compared to other things. So to have this in a Kakuno almost empty is shocking to me. But I love this color. It is so pretty. And I have a sample, and I've been trying to convince myself that you don't need a bottle and that you can just stick with your sample. But it's this really pretty pink. And it is almost, I don't know, Tono and Limbs. It's close to all the other pinks, but it's got a pink shimmer in it. And what's crazy is I've always had issues with shimmer inks in my Kakunos, but not this one. And I don't know why I decided to try it again, but I think it's because I have found Tono and Limbs shimmer inks to be really, really well behaved. And this one is no exception, but it's so pretty. It's not dry yet, but it is so, 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 so pretty. And I love it. I don't know, it's more red toned than, say, Strawberry Chocolate is by Kobe, but I don't know what it is, but I have reached for this pen pretty much every single day, which made me want to ink another Kakuno. So I have this one, but this one I keep going back and forth on for the month of December, because I have another pen inked with a very similar ink. This one is Celadon Cat. So I might just leave this one inked, but it might not be in my currently inked lineup. But yeah, so Celadon Cat, and I have found that, where is it? This one. This is Sailor Shikiori's Yuki Usagi. I found this right away when I first got Yuki Usagi, is that it does this really cool thing, and it changes color, and on different paper it looks different. But next to Celadon Cat, they are very similar. So if I have this one inked, and this one I like for the palettes that I've made, I don't need this one inked. But I've been having such a hard time uninking this pen, because I really wanted to play with Celadon Cat. So I'm sitting here talking to you all, like, why am I just trying to justify to everyone? Just keep it. Like, that's kind of where I'm at with that. And so I love this. I love this so much. But yeah, so the rest of these I'm still trying to work through. I think I just put a new ink in this one. This one had the Little Mermaid in it from Wearing Ghoul, all like for however long I had it. Yes, I just put Dominant Industries Snowfield. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's so pretty. I just love that. Okay, so that is the pens. The pens I will figure out. So if you see this, please know that it's not going to stay this many. I really want to get it down to 10 or 12. So that is my goal. I have a palette in mind. It's just getting there, and just, do I like this color or do I like this color better? What is working together, kind of thing. And I know I don't have to, what's nice is I know I don't have to unink these, but I do want to use at least 1 to 2 Twisbys a month and have them in my lineup so that I'm using them more. And that is really important. So that's why I picked these two, because I thought that they looked really, really great. They're the Uramekus. This is Dot Gokoro and this is Suki Gokoro. I'll show you these two. I just don't know if they're like, I just don't know if they're going to end up in my lineup. That's kind of why I'm showing you. So Dasco Koro is one of the inks that I've had the longest. It was probably my second round of buying ink. I would have to look, but the bottle is getting near empty. And then Suki Gokoro was actually sent to me by the lovely MaikeOatley because she said it's really great. And so those two colors are so much fun. This looks different on different paper, but it's green with this really cool sheen, and this one goes down blue and then turns purple with this really, I don't know, I just think they're really cool inks. I love Datsuko Koro. This was one of my favorite inks when I first started, and then because I've had so many other inks, I kind of forgot about it, and so I'm glad that I have it. But so I'm just trying to like fit those in and still have less pens, and so it's like, I know that these ones are probably going to stay. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to re-ink this, because what I'm telling myself is, you have so many inks, Mandy. You do not need to buy any more inks right now. But my goodness, I keep looking. Van Ness has this in stock. Little Craft Place has this in stock. And those are the only two stores that I can find Thinking of Lotus in stock. Otherwise I won't be able to get it. So I kind of feel the FOMO. Yeah, because I know that sometimes Tono and Lims inks are hard to get. So if you love it as much as you do, and I do, I just love this ink. Can you see the shimmer? It is such a beautiful soft pink shimmer. I love this ink. I just feel like I've been thinking about it for 3 weeks now. I am probably going to get a bottle, but I am really trying to be better about that. So that's a lot of that. So now looking at my ink, I want to share my nails, which is exciting because it's very pen related. I went to my nail artist and showed her the picture that I drew for this pen in my traveler's notebook. And then I set the pen out and I said, please, I love this pen. It is a new favorite. And with it being my first Christmas without my dad, I just really want to feel some nostalgia and feel some hope, some happiness. And like this, not only is Elsa, but Swan Lake, which I talked about in that video. So she did so good. She did some snowflakes, a swan, and then she took this as inspiration, and she even managed, I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera, but she even managed to get that iridescent shimmer into my nails. She's an artist. She is so good. This is my nail artist that my friend introduced me to, and I just can't stop looking at them. They make me so happy, and it's the one thing that I have decided, getting these nails are like, it's not a low cost, but I grew up where, you know, it was very, very typical to get your hair done, to spend all this money on cosmetics and whatever. I have very minimal makeup. I think I buy makeup I just replace my mascara and things when I have to, because I understand the bacteria stuff. So I think I do it every 6 months, if that's what it says. I have to remember, but I try to make sure that my eye health is important, because I want to have eyes when I'm 80. But I don't wear a lot of makeup. I use the same face wash and everything, and I've had the same face wash for like 2-3 years. So these are things where I know that a lot of women spend a lot of money, but I have not. And I decided that feeling like $1 million with my nails. I don't know why my nails, of all things. I think it's because I work with my hands so much, and there's always ink all over them. Like right now, there's ink right here. And it just makes me feel put together, and it's made me want to dress a little nicer. It's made me want to just feel better about myself. So that is really important to me, and I get excited about picking my new nails. So anyway, there is all of that. That is all of that. Okay, so now that I've gotten my pens out of the way, I want to talk about the next thing, which is this. I'm so excited. So I have this recorded already. I have one of this. I did record this, and I want to talk. I'm going to go further into my reading in that one. Have I done anything in here this week? I don't think I have. No. So I can skip my sketchbook in here because I have not added anything. I have added a few stickers. I went through some of my stickers. I think these were from an exchange with MaikeOatley. This is stuff I had, but I'm just adding some of my new stickers. So these are all from Miso Paper in the UK. I love this sticker set. This is all like one. This is one loop. So I'm excited because I don't know if I'm going to need more than one loop. I might do 2 loops, but then I can share it with other people and send out loops because they're so cute. Look at them. It's a little like me and my cat hanging out. I love it. I love all of it. So many little stickers. And I've used quite a few of them already. And then then these were already in there, but they're also from Miso Paper, which they're so cute. I just like it. I like it so much. And then, so I haven't added much more in there. I've just been putting more stickers in here. I am really close to filling up all of the release paper in this book. So yeah, but I am using the stickers, and my son pulled some stickers out. So I have some space here. He was doing some drawings, but I don't know where they are, but he did these cute scenes with, like a forest scene with a little mouse hut. And then he took one of the cat collage stickers and put it on the scene because he wanted that cat to be his magic cat. And this was her house. Oh, so cute. And I sent a picture of that to Micah because I thought it was cute. And we love her stickers in this house. But I want to go through. I did this on screen, but this is my reading. This is where I wanted to start. And I will go into this a little bit more in depth in the actual video, but I did film my doing this process and talking about my reading. But I'm really excited to have this back in a book, like where I actually did it. So very excited. Actually, a really good reading month, which is insane. I'm only bringing 2 books into December, and that is The Staircase in the Woods and The Fox and the Devil. And I want to talk about Sweet Bean Paste. Oh my gosh. This book. I have had this book on my bookshelves. It was actually one of my like goal books to be read, I think in 2024. So I've had it 2 years on my shelves. I bought this from an indie press list with Currently Reading podcast. They do a Patreon where they have independent bookstores all over the US that come up with a list. And this one was from Elliott Bay Books, which I can't remember where Elliott Bay is, but I bought this and a bunch of other books in that list. And this one was, 215 pages, something like that. It was the sweetest story. I loved it. So what's really crazy, and this is the story I wanted to tell you all because my husband just didn't seem to care, which is fine. Let's see here. So I have my November, my Thanksgiving prep day, which was Wednesday, and my turkey day. So you can see I've done that. And then it snowed, and we'll talk about that. But this is it. I did this page, this whole deep dive, because this was a 5-star read for me, which I haven't had too many 5 stars, but I wrote it with this pen and this pen. So the pink is this pen, and this is Sailor Manyo Azuki. So I fell in love with Azuki and ended up buying a bottle a couple months ago. And I didn't know what Azuki was. I assumed it was like a fruit or something. Had no idea. Well, I come to find out, just like looking at the bottle and reading up, I love to read about where the Sailor inks are inspired by. They are inspired by food. Sailor Manyo is, from what I understand. And Azuki is a bean that is used in confectionaries. Sweet bean paste. I had no idea. This book was, I was reading it and reading along, and all of a sudden they were talking about this bean paste. I was like, okay. And then one of the characters was staring at the azuki beans. Ha! How fun. So I thought it was so cool that I got to write my deep dive with my azuki that I had already had inked. I had no idea. I already had inked. It was such a kismet, like serendipitous moment, because I got to learn more about what they use these azuki beans for, which is a doriyaki, and it's a traditional Japanese confection that has 2 pancakes with the azuki bean paste in the middle. And this book is about this guy right here. He's on the cover, and his name is Sentaro. And Sentaro is running this doriyaki shop in Japan, and it's kind of not doing well. He's not doing well. He doesn't want to be there. He hates it, and he hates his life and all this stuff. And you don't really know about his past or whatever. And this older woman walks in, and she's got crippled hands. They are like mangled and funny looking, and half of her face is paralyzed, and she asks for a job. And he keeps telling her no, but she keeps coming back, and she says, well, I can make your sweet bean paste from scratch. And so then it's just their story. It is a slow story, just a beautiful story. And I didn't know the history of leprosy in Japan, and so learning about it in this book was really interesting. But then going through, I found out that the author himself, Durian Sukagawa, he wrote about his inspiration for the book was doing more research into these sanatoriums where people had leprosy. But there's three main characters. This girl is a schoolgirl that comes in later, and it's just a sweet book about the importance of life and how no matter who you are, you matter to the world. And that has always been something that I truly, truly believe, that every person matters. And so to read it, and it's a translated work, it was just so good. It was so good. And I think it came at the right time. And I'm glad that I finally read it, but it just was kind of one of those things where it all worked out. And there is a bird in it, so I picked some bird washi tape. But yeah, I did some cherry blossoms. Cherry blossoms are big in the book too, and well, on the cover. But yeah, I just enjoyed it. And then it just excites me that I got to use Sailor Manyo Azuki when I wrote about sweet bean paste, and I got to learn, I feel like it makes all of this so much richer. And I just love that. So I have just a few pages left in this, and then my first traveler's notebook journal, like an actual where I've used this as a journal, as a daily journal, is complete. And I am so excited about sticking to this. It's just been really, really fun. It's a great format. And I love just putting everything in here. I love putting all my reading rather than having a separate reading journal. I love putting my journaling days, and I've done spreads in here for my new pens and everything. It's just been really exciting. Like when I got my new Twisby and I got my new Swan Lake pen, and just enjoying this so much. It's just been really fun, and it's going to be fun to see it evolve in the next one. But yeah, I'm thinking that I might do a flip through on my channel eventually, and just kind of go through everything and talk about it a little bit more. But this has been really great. And I had to share this book, and I'm just so excited about it. I don't know why. It's one of those books that really, it feels like not a whole lot happened, but then everything happened, if that makes sense. But yeah, if anybody's read this, let me know what you thought. I'd love to hear, or if you might pick it up now, because books. Love books. And with that, I have picked my next couple little reads because I wake up now. It has been my routine. I wake up every morning And usually it's about 5 because my dog, she refuses to let me sleep in. She wants out of her kennel. So I picked these. So this one I've had for a while. It just looks so cute, and it's a translated book. And I know it's supposed to be like murder mysteries, but it's an elderly lady is up to no good, and I don't think this one will take me that long, quite honestly. It's, gosh, how many pages? It's 171 pages, and the pages are, half size. So it'll be interesting to see how long this takes me. But how cute is that book? And I thought it was small enough that I could throw it in my bag when I'm leaving. So, yeah. And then I have this one is Tales of Mundane Magic, Volume 1 by Shayna Cravat. And I don't know where I found this book, and I don't know why I bought it, and I don't know really what it's about, but yeah, it's going to be kind of a fun one to pick up and read. It's just been on my shelf for a few months or longer, who knows. I am trying to read through my shelf, so it's been really nice. I have been really enjoying reading physical books in the mornings. There's something about it, I don't know, before my kids wake up, before life gets going, I get to read for a half an hour, and it's just been setting my day up really great. And then I don't know, it's just been wonderful. So highly recommend if you can fit the time in to just sit and read in the silence. All right, talking about books. I went to the library. This book I've checked out before. This book is called Crayon, An Artist's Colorful Guide to Drawing on the Go. And I have been wanting to use my art supplies again. So I have them here. These are my Neo colors. I actually have the 50th anniversary editions. Is this one? Which one is this one? So this one is the Pop. And they have special colors like this one. I really hope they release this color because I love it so much. This is just rose Tyrian or Tyrian pink. I need to have this color forever in my life. This is like my favorite shade of pink, this right here. And so this one is a special edition. I believe the lilac is the other special edition. And so in each of these 5 sets, they have a special edition. Or is it Rose of Garance? Or maybe it's 3 colors. I can't remember. But I know that I have that one. And then this one is just the regular 15 set. I love that these can travel. And then this one is the other. This one's empty. This one is an empty one. This was my first set that I ever got to try them out. And that one was the Neocolor 1, which aren't water soluble. I don't know. I like both of them. And then this one's the pastel set. And I know that this color, the Amazonite, is the special edition. And so is the Heliotrope. Are those the 2? It must be 3 because I don't think I have Peach Blossom either. But I have the rest. So these 3 are the special edition. And then the rest are colors. And these colors are all some of my favorite colors. As you can see, I have a lot of the pastel-y colors in here. This light cobalt blue is my favorite. But they don't have these special edition colors in any set. And I hope that they release them single because I love using Neo colors on the go. I think they're just really fun. So I put these in this Kaweco holder because they fit really well, and I wasn't using this for anything and repurposing. And so I like that I can throw the colors I'm using if I'm not using one of these sets, but these sets fit really nice in my purse too. So those, I wanted to get back into them. And I remember loving this crayon book by Monica Forsberg. And I didn't buy it for some reason. I think if I'm checking it out from the library, this is the 3rd time I've checked it out, I think I need to add it to my shelf. But I just love the simple approach to crayon drawings that this artist does. And it's like she goes into this. Walter Foster is part of Quarto Publishing. And Quarto Publishing, they publish a lot of the art books, and Quarto is one of my favorite publishers. And so I'm always looking for new Quarto books. But I love just the way that she does things in here. And so it makes me want to go back through and work through it again and play with crayons. Because there's this step-by-step. I drew this once. I did this whole thing once, which was a lot of fun. But yeah, I think what's really great is that the way she sets this up in this book. It's very, very beginner friendly on top of just being not like, it's not just for really advanced artists. It's very beginner friendly, which is wonderful. I feel like you can really use it. And she talks about all the different things that she uses. So yeah, I am very excited to get back into this and go through and do a couple of the exercises. But I also found this in the graphic novel section. And I was, what is this? I love the style of this book, The Little Book of Life Hacks. But this reminds me of a lot of ways we could journal. And so I kind of want to go through and just kind of see. This one is all like 6 ways to clean, how to keep yourself pretty, how to freshen your, stain removal and all this. But I love the artwork and how simple it is and how scribbly and how really like I could take some of these things into my journal. And I thought that was really cool. And I like how she does this. I think it's a she. Is it Yumi Sukagawa? She Lives. Yes. I thought it was, I just wanted to be sure. Yeah, but this is really cool. I like this and I'm going to look at it and I'm going to read it and enjoy it. But Little Book of Life Hacks. I don't know if this is one that I'd want in my forever collection, but I do think I like this. Now, talking about supplies as well, I have found that carrying my supplies in these little tins, like the Caran d'Ache, and this fit in my bag so much better. So I was putting my pencil crayons in like one of these. This actually has my Tombows in it and a couple of hoo-hoo markers that I'll talk about here in a second. But this, so they used to have my colored pencils, but I'd found that if I had them in there, a lot of times my tips would get broken and it was just hard to find the colors. So I switched to doing this, and I've had this pastel set in a different, so none of these are actually from the pastel set. Maybe this one or two of these, but even different brands, my Luminance, my Holbein, what I've been really into lately. And then this one is actually a set that I was gifted a while ago, so I haven't used it, but this is the one I've been throwing in my backpack because I think it has a lot of good, it's got a good color range, but they're not, your normal rainbow. So this is one, and this is a 12 set. So depending on what I'm doing, I like to switch this one up in here, but these are the colors that I thought complemented the pens and things that I was taking with me. So that will probably switch for December, but yeah, just really like these. And I have been excited because for some reason I felt like doing because I think I've shown this couple of these things in here and playing with drawing with ink. But then I remembered how much I loved my alcohol markers because my son pulled them out. And I was really excited. This is the first time since May, or before my dad passed away, that I have drawn myself in an outfit. And I love, this was how I really looked that day. But I had found on Pinterest or Instagram this outfit that I really wanted. So I don't actually have this outfit, but I want to find some really cute floral jeans and a striped turtleneck sweater. And so I drew myself in it rather than spending the money on the clothes that were obscene. But this is the Yuki Akari. I think it looks great with those. So I did one pen. And what I really like about alcohol markers is that this is Tombow and this is alcohol. There's a little bit different of a feel to them. So a Tombow, sometimes when you draw over it with a pen, it kind of bleeds and feathers, where this, with the alcohol markers, they don't do that. But with alcohol markers, you have the problem of it bleeding to the other page, which for me, I have been using these pencil boards and they protect the next page from the alcohol marker. So you can see there's a little bit of alcohol marker. I need to clean this off. But this I got from Van Ness. It's a thicker one. I love these. It's like KOFI or something like that. And yeah, you get it at Van Ness. That's where I got mine. I love Van Ness so much. It's dangerous. I stay off there because I buy all the ink samples. But, and then I did this, like a dream wardrobe. I've been on the hunt and I want to go thrifting a little bit. I think I've been on the hunt for a floral white dress with like a white oversized sweatshirt, like a sweater, like cable knit. So I wrote about it. And yeah, I thought that was really fun. But otherwise, I've done a lot of just doodles in here, some princess doodles. I think I showed those last week. Maybe I did. But I finally feel like I'm ready. I have this page in here. Where is it? Because I know people have talked about me wanting me to do digital stickers more, but I finally feel like I'm ready to do this page. This was how I was feeling. I was feeling my feelings through drawing, was using a couple pens and drew myself as a red panda, and I was just really sad. I mean, and telling myself it's okay to be sad. It's okay to miss your dad. It's okay to have these feelings. And so I think I can actually make these into a sticker set. They're not the most beautiful, but I think we all go through these moments of being sad. And I usually like to do the happy moments, like the happy times and cute things and smiling dogs. But I want to remind myself that it's okay and valid to have those moments. And so, yeah, I feel ready to actually do something with this. So I don't know when I will, but I just wanted to put that out there. So there is that. All right, next I wanted to update you all on my little like DIY class project. So I already have to do week 1 revision. So I had broken it down, and I showed you all last week. I'd broken it down into a 12-week course and found that the week 1 shape language, day 1, I was already finding that I am so thorough when it comes to this stuff and studying. I'm going to zoom in here. This is another book by Claudia Borden. I got this off Thrift Books for $5, and I was really excited because it's got some really cool flat lay maps. Let me zoom out again and show you the flat lay maps. Like, how cool is this? I just love the way that she uses shapes. Like, you can see the triangles and you can see the squares and the circles and everything that she creates. And I love this design. So when I was thinking about my course and doing this, one of the things that I wanted was a notebook. So this is a Leuchtturm. Gosh, this is I don't know, it's brown. It's brown from 2025. It's one of the new colors for 2025. But it's a blank. And I first started with warming up by drawing shapes. And I just used a pen, which is really fun. I got to use my fountain pen to do it, because this is kind of just me figuring out if I were to ever create a course, like this is the kind of course that I'd want to create. And so I'm doing shapes. And then the next thing is to study your subject, which is for this particular day. I was studying Claudia Borden. I was doing the other book though. I was studying Claudia Borden. And I took some of my onion skin trace paper and I traced identifying and tracing shapes. So this is not me drawing. This is me tracing. Just so you know, like this is not my artwork. And this is one of those things where you have to be really careful. But when you are doing this for studying, like so many artists have done this. This is a study. So I was breaking down and tracing the shapes and talking about it. Like her heads are circles, but some square off a smidge at the bottom. So I noticed that Claudia Borden does kind of a circle with a square, especially over here. You can see it in this character. This character has a very rounded square. Same over here. It's almost like different. And so I took that. This is one I was playing tested the style while I watched a YouTube video. I think it was Shelley Swearington that I was watching, and I think I liked the way that, like, her cute little vintage outfit. But just looking, like, even here, there's a circle with a square, and breaking down shapes is something that a lot of artists teach, and it's one of those things that I know is that it's an important foundation. Like, this right here is a foundation, is understanding the shapes. But what is different between this style and the style that I love drawing in, like I talked about it here. Sori's Kim class taught me to find volume and contour. So in our world is 3D. Like, this is round, right? This is a box, but it's rounded, and there's volume, and there's stuff inside, where this style that I'm studying is very flat. Everything is like smooshed or like a collage paper. And so I was noticing the differences. So in, like, Sori Kim's, this would look like this, where as in this style, it just is one flat layer with different colors and shapes to change it. So I've been trying this out, and this is as far as I've gotten. This was a lot for the first day, and I just I haven't had time to do more studies because we had a holiday. But I was even looking at Cinderella. She's got a round face, but her outfit is triangle and squares, and I almost felt like because she was triangular, it wasn't like something that fit well with her. And so I was questioning, what if her actual gown, when she becomes the princess, is more round, and the mouse is all teardrops. Everything in this is teardrop shaped, which was so fascinating to me. So just breaking that stuff down, that's what I'm doing in there. I need to readjust because I only got, my idea for the first day was to study all the shape language in 4 different artists. Like, so I'm not just studying one artist, but I'm studying all different artists with different takes on this style. And yeah, I am going to have to push this further. So I think I'm just going to have to just really, I don't have all the time in the world. And so I need to adjust my expectations, and not, we can study for maybe a half an hour to an hour, not 5 hours a day. So yeah, that's this project. I'm very excited about this project. It will be a lot of fun, but I'm already, it's just funny just looking at this. Oh, there's those kitty stickers. But I'm already looking at because I was going to try to do shape language and color palette all in 1 week. There's no way. Like, it is all just going to be shape language for the first week, because I think that is, and it might be shape language for the first 2 weeks, because I know that shape language and breaking things down into shape is basically the foundation of all of this. And that is very, very, very push. I could do that. I think I could study shape language for an entire year and still not have a full grasp on it. So yes, while a lot of these people out there are creating a curriculum and their curriculums are filled, I don't even know if I can fill like a full day, like just full stop. I'm laughing at myself so much. Okay, next. Okay, I discovered that I was this is my wallet. I did take out my cards already, so I didn't, shine them to the world. This is a blank notebook still. It's from Sterling Ink. It's got Tomoe River paper in it, and I haven't used it yet. I've got some stickers. I actually did update some of the stickers and cut some of these stickers out and put them in here. They were on a washi tape roll, and they were nettle and twig, I think they were. And then a couple new, couple more Cat Collage Club. Tomorrow is December 1st, new Cat Collage Club. I will be updating all of that. I'm excited. But this is just a book that I have in here for notes and things. And so I think the only thing I've added was just this part right here since we talked last. But then I had this notebook. I'm like, these are all blank notebooks. What are you doing with them? Because I find that I carry both my passport. This is my wallet, but I carry this with my standard size. So I have this blank cream notebook that I wasn't doing anything. So I decided to make this a log of my projects, recipes, patterns. And I loved that the nettle and twig had these really cute crafty ones. And so, yeah, I wrote this down. I decided to make this my quick reference guide. I have been trying to stay off screens more because one, my eyes are going crazy, but also I think it's just nice to get off. And so I wanted to not have to reference the crochet pattern for the snowflake coasters because I have these flower coasters that I've been making. I wanted to make snowflakes for the holidays. And so I copied down, because this was a free website that had ads galore, so it was glitching out my phone, and I don't like sitting there with my phone open all the time. So I copied down all of the rounds so I can just look from here, and then I wrote where the pattern was found. It's found at crochetsbits.com, and it's just a little snowflake. And so this is what I carry this with this in my purse, and I'm working on this right now. This is Hobby from the brand Hobby. It's baby cotton. 2 or 3 years ago, I bought all this Egyptian cotton 100%. They had a really good sale going on, and I haven't used it. So I'm trying to use my stash more and more. And so this is all I take with me, and I can just do this on the go. Hopefully I will get finished soon so I can have a new coaster because I want some Christmassy ones. And I have this in a red and a green and a bunch of different greens and reds because they came together. But yeah, it just hangs out in my purse just like this with this. I just kind of stick this in here. And then if I can and have time, I pull it out for a few minutes, and it's just kind of nice. It's sometimes really nice to take this with me on the couch. And now that I have this, that's going to be so nice to just reference and have. So I'm excited to do this. I want to put some recipes in here and everything. And then this is also another sticker release paper book. I have a lot of my own stickers in here. Like this one's mine. And yeah, this one. And then I did a whole bunch of nettle and twig in here as well. And so this one is completely full. I've got one more page. This is from Sticky Club. And I absolutely love this one. It is already falling apart up here, so I'm gonna have to put some tape or something because I really love this cover and it's so cute. So I am really enjoying this passport TN for my wallet because then I do have something with me always. And I need to get one of those little clips so I can put one of my Kaveco Sports on here and just always have it with me and have it always inked. So yeah, this is my little craft project for my bag, which is nice because I have to constantly do stuff with my hands, or I go a little brain batty. Okay, so I pulled out my my traveler's notebook journal that I'm using right now again because I want to talk about this. I am so close to finishing this. I think 3 pages, and I already know what I'm putting in these spreads, so I can finish it today and tomorrow and be done and put this in my archive, which is so much fun. I love putting it in those little binders. It's really cute. I was watching Anajolene. Sometimes I love to watch her content because she's just so cute, and I don't know, I just love her content because she's so pink, and she loves the pink and the fancy, and I love that. But I was watching, and she was showing some of her traveler's notebooks, and they have this really cool like pinky cover. I don't know what it was, and I asked her, and she hasn't gotten back to me what it is because I want to know where I can get it. And I went down this rabbit hole of covers for my TN. Like, I was like, I need to find really cool, like, little, like, folders and things to start decorating this. And I paused because what happens is I become very obsessive, and then I go down these holes, and then I spend money on hundreds of different things that I don't need. Like, it's a very, very hard hole. And I have been really thinking about all of my purchases, all of the things that I'm doing, um, not feeding into consumerism as much as I have been, and using the things that I do buy and consume. Because I know that there was that wonderful documentary. I cannot remember what it was, but it was done by somebody in the stationery community, and Dear Helen from Tiny Tiger Co. was on it, and so was Allison from Little Coco Studios was on it. And so I watched that, and I have been appreciative of Helen Allison's content and talking about being mindful of the things that we're purchasing. And I have now been just consuming more of that kind of content because I want to be mindful. Especially, I think it's coming up a lot right now for me in my own life because I'm cleaning through my house and I'm going through all of the things that I have, and just sometimes it's overwhelming to realize the amount of money that you spend on things. And I am so guilty of it. And it doesn't help that I have mental illnesses that hit the impulse control, and I really struggle with it. But it's also, I love to be surrounded by things, and I love to do things, and I get these ideas in my head and I have to run for them. So I buy all the things for that project, and then I buy things for the next project, and I buy things for the next project without finishing the first project. So I am trying to actually use the things that I have amassed over the years, because I'm finding that when I actually shop my own stash, I usually have the things with it. And I'm going to talk about that more with other things too in this video. But one of the things was, I was like, I can decorate my own covers. These are such wonderful, easy covers to decorate with. And I didn't decorate the first couple, but I thought, going forward, if you're really loving this Traveler's Notebook system, why not? And so I pulled out, I pulled out washi tapes that I liked, and I pulled out some like old stationery paper that I had, and I did this. And I'm very excited about it. This is washi paper, or this is washi tape, and this is like, these are all washi tapes. And then I ripped the paper, and I can't find it. That's fine. I had one of those little distress ink pads, and it was in a pink. And so I made this pink and I colored over it. And so all that pink is from that distressor, but I thought it looked really great with this. And then in here, I'm going to write when I start this one, because I'm not going to start this one right away. I'm going to show you the one I have for December after I do this. But I also did this. This is from a Patreon that I'm part of by Carrie Draws. And this was from August. And I even took some of that vellum that or the onion skin, not vellum, but the onion skin that I was using for my studies, and traced over this just so I could have it here and kind of use my Thinking of Lotus, because I did that with Thinking of Lotus. I love that. And I just thought it was so cute. And I love that I was mixing and matching my different washi tapes. Like, I know this one's from Notebook Therapy. I've had this tape. This was one of the first washi tapes I ever bought that I thought, oh my gosh, washi tape is so expensive. But I've had it for years, and I've used it in so many different spreads, and I love it. So I just, yeah. And this one's Archer and Olive. This one's from my friend Bailey. Yeah, Archer and Olive. So it's just really fun to use up my materials. And yeah, I'm really excited about this and having this, because how cute is that? I am so excited. And I also think that if I did this would be an awesome gift to give someone. Wouldn't that? Like, how much would you love getting a decorated Traveler's Notebook like that? And it's just fun because they can all be so different. But I love this one. This one might be my January, like my new year, new me. Not really new me, but yeah, that is that one. So then I was like, oh, I finished that. I said, that was so much fun and so easy, but I want one that's more like holiday themed for December. And so I went into my office. I actually went into my office, guys. I went into my office where I have not been able to step foot in and found some of my cotton fabric and glued it on here. And then I used washi tape, and I was using the washi tape, and I thought, what if I tried making a tree? So there it is. How cute is that? And that's washi tape. I did glue it down with this glue. I did glue it down because, and I glued it. I even glued, this glue is awesome because I even glued this fabric down with it, and it's not going anywhere. And so I discovered that I put my Christmas tree on the back. And so this is actually, this would be the front technically, but I decided that, nope, this is going to be the front. So I'm actually going to cover up this little thing. I haven't figured out what I'm going to cover it up with yet, or I don't have to, but I did cover up the upside down traveler's notebook here. And this is, I already wrote December 2025 start. My Coffee Monsters Co. Christmas washi that I got over a year ago. And then this is from an this little thing is from an Archer and Olive subscription kit. This is washi tape shop. This is an Archer and Olive subscription kit paper and fabric from my fabric from my office. I'm using my fabric. Like, I have so much fabric. It's ridiculous. It is, that office is going to take me at least 2 to 3 months to clean out. It's really tough to talk about. So I'm just going to not, but like the fact that I did that, that's a really big deal. So I am really proud of myself. And then, yeah, I think I might, if I can find like a Christmas sticker or something to put here, I want to do that. So I left that, or just kind of do something for the end of it. But, you know, like I flipped it on accident, and it's still the same paper inside. And thank goodness it's not, one of those that's like dated or whatever. But then I had this, and yeah, I'm going to start filling that out because it's almost December. But how much fun. I'm so excited. Now I'm going to start thinking about how I can use my supplies to decorate one of these when I finish. And I think it's going to be a really fun activity to like think about how I want to decorate it. And like if I get, and I'm sure other people have done this. I know other people have done this, but it's just something that it didn't really occur to me. And I didn't think about doing it. So I think I just always like to just do, a sticker and some washi tape that I had. But how much fun would it be is if somebody sent me washi tape in like a trade package, and then I did that with that and made that really special and actually used the things that I'm getting gifted. And yeah, just a lot of different things. And then, yeah, it would be really fun to do these up if I'm really feeling like I just want to play and decorate. It would be really fun to do these up. These inserts are $4 or $5. They're so low cost. It'd be really fun to send these to people decorated like that. I just think it'd be, yeah, I'm excited about that little tiny thing and little spark of this is really exciting for me. And on top of that, with all of that, I have been thinking about Christmas and gifts. And so I am really excited about this. I have been taking all of my washi tape and putting them on these little cards like this. So I got these cards from Amazon, and I actually ended up emptying this roll. Was it this one or was it this one? I emptied this roll of washi tape. I think it's this one that I emptied, and they're all on different cards. So then I can, this one is for me because I really love this paper and like this tape. And this is one that I'm going to just have in my bag. I have a few right now because I think I showed you last week those, and it's been really fun to have some different ones in there. And so I have a couple for this, but I love this washi tape right here. And so I'm just very excited to have those with me at all times to use. So this one's for me, but I am kind of going through my washi tape and seeing what I think works together or themes. Like I thought that this one all of these washi tapes are so pretty together, and they kind of coordinate in different ways. Like this one coordinates with this one, or this one coordinates with this, just all different coordinations. You can put some together on different spreads, but you have different options. And so these I get these washi tape these things right here. I had these on Amazon, and they're really low cost for them. And I just think they're really nice because they fit a lot of washi, but they're also still slimmer. And what I'm also finding is that I can stack these so much, and they take up so much less space than the rolls. And then I have this ready to go, and I can say, oh, I'm feeling this theme today, or this theme this month. Then I have that ready. But what I also love is that if I'm sending out an ink sample pack, I have these at the ready. And so that's what I've been working on. And it's just kind of nice to just sit and watch a TV show or watch a YouTube video while I'm doing this. And it's going to take a while, but it's really meditative. But I also thought, okay, I know that before I found these, I just cut down sticker release paper for this. And I have one of those corner rounders, so you don't need to even do that. But I did do the corner rounder. And this is just sticker release paper. And I have a whole, this is a notebook of sticker release paper that you can, you can put the stickers in. But I tend to cut these out, and I put I'll cut them down to the size I want, and I put them in my folders for sticker release paper if I'm not using my traveler's notebook. But really far more cost friendly if you have a sticker release paper notebook and you're not using it all, to cut them down so you can cut them down to whatever size you want. But I know I just did this to kind of have these away. And yeah, so I'm really excited. So this is part of something I'm doing for gifts. I decided with all of this stuff that I'm enjoying, and I have a lot of friends who love to journal and love to do art. So I'm going to think about them and gift them washi and little gift packages. And so I'm finding the nice pieces of things that I haven't really used a lot of in my stash of things. And I have a bunch of Archer and Olive notebooks. Like I have dot grid, I have blank, and I have lines. So I'm going to put one of those in with it just because I think it would be a really great gift. And I think that people would really like that. And especially if you curate it all together, and I have enough to do that, then I can gift a really nice gift. So I'm excited about that. And yeah, this is just one of those things that has spurred from thinking about being far more conservative with what I'm buying and using what I have, and also thinking making a gift like this. And I kind of want to include a little coaster, making a gift like this and thinking about my friends and who they are, and kind of curating that feels like a much nicer gift than just going and buying one of those whatever from the store. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not going to be buying anything, but if I do, it's because it spoke to me for that person rather than making something. Okay, next I want to talk planners. And I want to talk about my Hobonichi here. This is my cousin. And I never really gave this thing a chance this year. And I've done it a couple times. And each time I've done it, I thought, wow, this is great. And this is a system I think I could get into. And then I let it go. I have, let's see, what do I have in here? So I have some folders with stickers and some Midori note cards, and this one I bet is one of the, this is a Carrie Draw postcard from June. And so I have some things, and these are my mild liners. And so I have some things in here, and I just haven't really given this a chance. And they are really expensive. And I have been going into 2026 thinking about how I want to plan, because I have jumped from planner to planner, as we do when we're trying to figure out what works for us, and I just don't know. So I decided that a couple weeks ago, I wanted to give this a real go. And I actually have found that I really, really like using it, which is surprising to me. And I don't think I ever really gave it uh, a fair chance in the past. So I did fill out, this is December's. I did already set it up. I use some of these, I've had these stickers from Some Little Things subscription kit for a few months. I signed up a few months ago and then I forgot to unsign up. So I had a few, and this is all, I'm setting it up. These are, like I was talking about earlier, these are cut down sticker release papers. And so I'm trying to get them on here so I don't have to like flip through. I want to get the ones that I actually want to use, which did I put them on a sticker release? Here's the one. So this is the one that is the sticker release paper of the ones that I'm actually using. So then these ones can just hang out in the back, but this is what I'm using for this week and next week. And so I already did it. I already set it up. I am still trying to figure out, but I may use, if I have goals or something, I may use some of these. But then at least I'm not flipping through every single one. Yeah. But it's also so funny because the color does not coordinate with any of my plans. But I was thinking about it, and this had me really thinking hard about my theme for the month. And then I went on a long rabbit hole again of shopping. And the reason I did this is because I think that this will work for me for 2026, maybe, but I want to give it a go to see. But I was thinking about themes because I am such a theme person when it comes to my planners. And I can show you even from last year. I have my journal here. I actually had just so you all know, I actually have a list over here of things to talk about so I don't forget. And this is my one from last year. So I love doing this. I just do not have the time or the energy to devote to my bullet journal. But this was my bullet journal last year. I loved this. This is my dog. These are my two dogs. This is Brutus and this is Moon. And this is actually a picture I took of them looking out the window. And I thought, what if I made that into a whole spread? Because they love looking out the window. Moo was still just a baby puppy. I think she was 6 months old, 7 months old at the time. And so everything Brutus was doing, she had to do too. And this is watercolor with, I'm pretty sure this is my Detrimentus ink. And this is all like things about us, like my husband's game. I think that was whatever he was playing at the time. I think Satisfactory, Godzilla, me, Plants vs. Zombies for my younger kid. Like I've just been into mushrooms and just all these little things. And looking at this makes me happy. And then I always had it set up like this. And then I did my ink vent in here, which is really fun to look back on too. Because I love doing ink vent. And yes, the videos are coming. I actually have some of them already filmed. I'm very excited to start them. But this is just wonderful to look through. And I've moved a lot of this stuff into my journal, but I just do not have the wherewithal to do spreads. And I have to show you this because that set of pens at the beginning of the video compared to last year, this was my currently inked for December of last year. So 1 year ago, I ended up having to fill a tip in because I had over 60 pens inked. Oh my gosh. I just like looking at that. It's like, woman, did you really need that many pens? And yes, I did. Okay. But that's, I added these. I had 30 and I added it. So right now I think that's about 20 pens and, that's too many because this was way too many. But yeah, I did all of this in here and it was really fun. But this is the thing that I also was looking at is that my December bucket list. And so I've been thinking about the things that I want to do. I loved this page. I didn't actually color in the things because I did get and wear cozy socks. I did have a movie marathon. We didn't make a snow globe. I did buy the things for it, so we could probably do that this year. We made hot cocoa. I didn't make the hot cocoa cinnamon rolls. I didn't have a full game day. No, I did. Yes, I did. I don't think I sewed something, but I did put up our Christmas tree, and I always had a reading day. So I did everything except for a couple things. And so I want to do this again this year. And so I need to sit down, and I think I will probably film a video of this when I do it. But I want to think, I loved doing this. And so and I also love how this turned out. It just makes me so happy to look at this page. And so I'm thinking about that as I'm going into December and thinking about my theme. But my theme was kind of, looking back, it was kind of in multiple places, because then my other theme for the next month was this beautiful purple, and I used some notebook therapy washi, and this is washi I have right now. So yeah. And then it was Princess. I loved Princess. This was so much fun. And then it was Snow White. And so I loved doing this. I think this was my last one in here, because then it was, yeah, I stopped using this in April. But I loved setting these up. And so I've been thinking about my theme and being able to do my theme in Hobonichi. So I went down another rabbit hole, as I have, and I was looking and looking and looking and looking and looking and spending a while trying to find things that I wanted. And I was not finding what I wanted. So I was also flipping through some of my old sketchbooks while I was doing my studying and thinking, wow, look at this and how far you've come, and you keep drawing this character. And I actually was doing stuff, and you'll see her in Inkvent, because I was writing a little story about her in my Inkvent. And so then I pulled out, I want to show you the evolution of this character. So this is, I think, 3 or 4, this might even be 5 years ago. This was my first rendition of this character. This was when I first drew her, and I was taking a course on Class 101 by Cream Chi, and I was so proud of this. And now I look at it and I can see all the things that I would do differently, and I may redraw this, and I see the value, because then the next time I did redraw it, and in a year or two after. And so there it is then. And then I had all of this stuff in a sketchbook. And this, I never finished this. I never actually, because this isn't fully rendered. This is actually the underlayer. But just like looking from here to here, I understand composition more. I understand character and shape way more, because she's kind of I don't know what she is there, but I can see her iteration. And I thought, how much fun is it that I've taken this character, her name is Ginger, by the way. I've taken this character multiple years, and wouldn't it be a testament to myself if I took her into 2025 to just really feel like I don't know, like just feel like I'm having a connection to myself and stories, because one of my through lines for this year is that stories matter. We matter as people. We are important. And it's a very bookish thing, and it's everything. And so I hadn't had that ready when I set this up, but this is the only, I may go back and fix this, because it's just not feeling like what I want. But I spent some time, and I'm so proud of myself. And I'm so excited because I'm setting these up. This is also goes into gifting, and I'm so excited about it. I found on Canva, because I do use Canva. I'm a teacher, and teachers love Canva. I found these little printable envelopes, and so I printed them out in multiple sizes. So this is a smaller size, and that is, where is it? That's this one. Like, it's so cute. And I printed them in a little bit bigger size. And so I'm excited about this, because what I can do is mail things out to my friends, or just even give them to them. I'm really excited about that. But I spent a while cutting them out, and then I glued them together. And I also designed my own stickers. I designed 2 sets. I want to show you them before I show you them in here, because I'm really excited about it. But I designed one set with my reindeer and updated it into my style now. And then I designed a set that my son asked me to, because he wanted me to do a sheet of polar bears. And so I did a sheet of polar bears and a reindeer, and I'm very excited. So here it is. I just so excited about this. This is on washi sticker paper, and I tried it on a couple different things. I really like this washi sticker paper. I found it on Amazon, and you can actually write on this one, and so I like that. And then this is the polar bear. And I went with like full-on Christmas with the reindeer and full-on Christmas gifts and everything. And then this one I kind of did a little bit more wintry. And so, I mean, there are a couple where it is Christmassy, like the Christmas tree. My son told me he wants one decorating the Christmas tree. He wants one wrapped up in the lights. He wanted one drinking hot cocoa. I said, what about snuggling a cat and reading books? So there's snuggling a cat, hanging out on their couch with their cat, writing or drawing. And then some really cute little cocos and things that I had. Henry wanted a fish too, but he's fishing. He's ice fishing and then a fish. And really, that really kind of brings my dad into this with my first Christmas without him. But I just was really excited. And then this was just I had all these sketches, and I updated the style of the character to my newer style, which is just a little bit more focused on the shapes rather than on the details, and just making it more simple and flat. And I'm very excited. Even after like a couple days of studying, I'm already understanding this stuff. That's because I have a huge background in base. But I also took these stickers and I printed them out at different sizes. So that's the regular A5 size, because I brought them into Canva, and you can print them even bigger than that. I took them and made them A6 as well. So I have 4 to a sheet, and I cut these down. Sorry to cut these down. So yeah, they're really, really nice sized. And so I already have done like one set in this and one set in this. So this set is done with online labels, clear, matte, and I don't like it very much, but it is nice. And I cut these out. I need to get my Cricut out because I'm tired of cutting, but they're nice sized. But I think for Hobonichi, the smaller size works really well. And so I'm very excited about that and having all of these stickers. And I did put them up on KOFI. I did a minimal, I think I did minimum of $2 for these that you can print out, and if you want, because I know people might want them, but I also don't expect anything because they're not, they were for me and my son. And then I was very excited because my mother-in-law was making stickers for her quilt group and reminded me of this material I have. Where did it go? Where did that set go? Oh, maybe I don't have it cut out yet. I thought maybe I did. I'm like touching all of them and pushing all of them because I had this all organized. Okay, so I must have, oh, there they are. There they are. But I also had this laminate, this holographic laminate that I put on them, and I'm so excited about these. I have little holographic laminate that I bought off of Amazon a while ago and forgot that I had it until my mother-in-law was like, yeah, I made these for my quilt group, and she gave me a couple. It says Merry Stitchmas on it. So she had bought some files to just make them stickers with her Cricut. She's like, yeah, I bought a file of images. I wasn't going to draw them because she's not artistic that way, but I was very excited about having that holographic. So you know what? I think I'm going to use one right away. Let's see, which one do I want to use just to get December going? Not the super Christmassy one, but maybe it snowed this week. It snowed. Was it yesterday or the day before? And so I think we're going to put snowman on here for December. Why not? If I can open it up. I'm very excited about making stickers for myself. I stand by, there is no way that I would ever go back to doing this full time. So I have so much respect for those who can make their art a full-time deal. That is not me, but this is clear sticker paper. So I'm going to put that right there. And it is, oh my gosh, it's sparkly and I love it. Okay. So that's exciting. Yes. And then with that, I also was like, okay, so what are the dimensions for Hobonichis and how can I make it work for myself in the Hobonichi where I can actually get the colors I want on all of this stuff, because I have all this sticker paper. I have all these things. I don't need to, unless I really want, subscribe to these kits anymore. They just end up, what I find is that I like some of the themes, but some of the themes I don't love. And so I end up with all these pieces left over, and I would much rather not do that. And so I don't know if other people feel this, because I'm never going to use any of this stuff. And so I give it to my sons, but it's expensive for not using it. So I don't want to do that. I found on Etsy, and if I can find the shop again, I will leave a link, for a Canva template. And so I bought the template and printed my own, or I put things in. I did use some of my own little thumbnails, but this is all Canva. I have the Canva, what do you call it? The premium. I've had that for years and years and years. I used it when I was when I was in the publishing industry as well. And so I have Canva already. But let's just do this. Oh, let's see. I want to see if this will, because this is washi paper. I want to see how this works and if it's the right size, because I haven't done it. So if it is, then yeah, I will definitely share the link, because it was really, really low cost. I think it was $5 for this template that I can put anything in. And I just searched up Christmas patterns for these little things. Yeah, it's a little bigger than the regular Hobonichi, but I can trim that down too. I might trim that down a little bit. But so it's good to know that I probably need to make it smaller. Yeah, trim it down just a little, just a tad more for these, but that's okay. That's okay, because I can also use them at that size for my other journal. And so, yeah. And there we go. Okay, so I'll probably leave these, but I got these colors in, and I picked my color scheme, and I was able to just change the colors. And what I love is that now I love this washi paper, because now I can do this and cut this guy out. That's a pain. That's the most like the cutting of this is a bigger pain than if I were to have just bought it. But also the sticker paper for me is a lot more affordable than these subscriptions. I can get a whole thing of sticker paper for 1 month of a subscription. Why wouldn't I do that? And that's like 100 sheets of sticker paper. So then I'm spending a lot less. And that makes sense, especially when I have premium Canva, and I always have premium Canva, because that's more a work thing, or like just I've used Canva forever and I find it valuable. But then I have this, and so I know Tuesday nights we go to my mom's, and so I know that I need to put this. So it's let's see, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need to just put that right there, because then I just want to try this out. Oh, how cute is that? And then I'm going to just put dinner at mom's, because I know I can write on this. And it's not working as well with this pen, but if I let that dry, it will be just fine. But that's exciting. I'm really excited about this. And I think if I used like a regular ballpoint pen rather than a fountain pen, that will work really well. But very excited. And this one doesn't match anything, but I thought it was cute. And I love this. And this is all Canva premium stuff, so anyone can have it. And yeah, I'm very, very excited about this. I did not put this one up on KOFI, but if somebody wants me to put it up on KOFI, I would put it up for nothing, since none of this is really my design. Maybe I should just do that. I'll put it up as a as a PNG if you want it. And yeah, it's just kind of fun if you want the December 2025 Mandy picked things. I don't know. Would people want that? I have no idea. But it's just so much fun. I'm very excited about this month and using what I have, because it's also, I bought this sticker paper a long time ago. I have so much of it. Using what I have, being mindful of the fact that I have these things I purchased, and yeah, playing with it. Where do I want to cut that? Right there. Okay. So yeah, I'm just fun. I thought that was really a cool pattern. So yeah, I seriously opened up Canva and I searched Christmas patterns and then printed these cuties out. And look at that. That is so much fun. I love that. I love that. And so now I'm, gonna have a little bit of game. And then next week I'll be able to fully Christmasify it. And so that will be exciting. But at least for now, I can, kind of mix and match. Maybe I can, put a little Santa hat over his head or whatever. But yeah, this is exciting. I'm so excited. So that is my week. I feel like I was like, I have nothing to talk about. And I'm like, yes, you do. You have so much to talk about. And I'm sure this video is really long. And I hope that you enjoyed it. I really enjoy just coming to you every week and chatting about this stuff. Hopefully I gave you some ideas. Let me know. This is the one video that I do take time to respond to as many, if not all, comments as possible. I really enjoy chatting with you all about this stuff. So please let me know down in the comments what you're doing for this month and all of that. And I will see you next week for my next one Saturday morning. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. You have made my life so much more full, and I am so grateful to be in this community. So have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next